Okay. Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone. And today's stream, I'm going to continue with my uh, quest progression. I think. Yeah. I'm going to do some quests. Ya. Ya, pertama-tama nyiram tanaman dulu. Oke. Karena patch 6.2 keluar di 2 minggu lagi, minggu depan lebih tepatnya. Jadi kayaknya hari ini mau nyelesain quest-quest yang berhubungan sama 6.2, kayak misalnya Reaper atau Hildi. Mungkin dari job quest Reaper dulu kali ya. Tapi ini ada yang namanya S rank, S mob rank. Ya oke, jadi di Final Fantasy 14 ini tuh ada apa ya? Ada kayak mob gitu yang dia lebih kuat gitu biasanya. Namanya S rank mob. Nah, ini ceritanya mau ngelawan S rank mob dulu. Bum 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 bum. Ini karena jumlah playernya banyak, jadinya agak-agak loading. Plus 30, oke bentar lagi. 14.28. Oke, beres. Ya gitu, jadi tujuannya ini ngelawan apa ya? Ya kayak super boss gitu lah. Tujuannya biar bisa dapet currency. Oke. Sekarang mungkin lanjut ke Reaper quest kali ya. Let's continue with the Reaper quest right now. I'm going to switch to the Reaper. And then I'm going to do this quest on the hunt. Okay. Where should I go? The Black Shroud. Teleporting to here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the quest name is On the Hunt. Good, you made it. Before we set off, allow me to share the circumstances of our poor woodcutter's disappearance. So there is a woodcutter that's suddenly missing. As I heard it, he disappeared night on a week ago. Got lost, some surmise, but he was a seasoned man, not some highborn traveler who forgot to buy a map. I question those closest to him, and none could think of a reason he might want to make himself scarce. He would even made plans to meet with friends not long from now, but I expect that promise will go unkept. It sounds like we can rule out a voluntary departure. I believe we can. The last person to see the man alive said he took his axe and adventured out west. Then that's where we'll set our trap. Here, Lucretia, take this, a magic transceiver and a candle that scented like a void sand favorite libation, blood. Once it's lit and the fumes are wafting through the air, every void sand within 30 yards will come running. If either of us see Orcus, let's give the other a shot over the transceiver. As I said before, Orcus is inhabiting the body of man, and he can put on an awfully convincing performance when needs must. Don't give him a chance to work his wiles, or his fangs will be back in your neck before you know it. As much as I want to accompany you, I would only be a liability in a fight. Whether you find Orcus or not, return here and I'll report back to the Lemirs. Good luck and good hunting. Okay, so basically I need to trap some void sand. Jadi ini kasih kayak semacam candle lilin buat menjebak atau nge-trap void sand gitu ceritanya. Jadi ini ada apa ya? Ada woodcutternya hilang gitu loh. Okay, I'm using the candle. The stench of a blood chokes the air, filling your nostrils with its metallic aroma. However, no ghostly fiends or slavering creatures emerge from underbrush. If there are footsteps nearby, they might not be hungry. Okay, so basically the candle have some kind of a blood scent of it. So if the candle is lit, it will give some scent of blood and it will attract a void scent. The stench of blood chokes the air, filling your nostril with a metallic aroma. And is there any void scent here? Nope. Okay, one last spot, I guess. Okay, another sound of blood chokes the air, filling your nostrils with its metallic aroma. And still no void sand. Oh. Drawn by the maleficent odor, a void sand rises from the underbrush. Though it bears no resemblance to Orcus, it eyes you with a ferocious hunger. Okay, nice shoe. Okay, so next one I need to deliver the blood soak ring. Okay, so that last void sand that we killed, that void sand dropped some kind of a blood soak ring. Jadi void sand itu jatuhin kayak cincin gitu. I'm glad to see you in one piece. Now what's that you have in your hand? Sir, I have this blood soak ring. You said the void sand was carrying this. That ring? Where did you find it? I see, then there can be no doubt. The voice that Lucretia Slow is the very same one that murdered our woodcutter. Murdered, are you saying? While I was searching for a place to set my trap, I spot a shallow grave, hastily dug and poorly hidden. Under a thin layer of dirt was a body matching the description of the woodcutter, a wholly nondescript fellow, save for the mark of a ring removed from his finger. Doubtless that ring was his demise. Shiny baubles are a common fixation for a void sand. Probably didn't spare a thought for the owner, only the price. I suppose we can take comfort in the knowledge that it will harm no one else. Orcus or not, I would say this expedition was a success after a fashion. I should apprise the whalers of what transpired. You two catch some well-earned rest. Thank you kindly, Argus. I forget to change the stream title. Oh my god. Okay, changed. Well then, I'll see you back at the headquarters. Okay, so the missing woodcutter is finally found in the end, but he's dead already, killed by a void sand. Ooh. Okay, now we are in Ulda. We need to go back to the Reaper headquarters and then speak with Durzila. Speak with Durzila at the Lemures headquarters. Where's the headquarters? Okay, maybe I need to teleport to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Okay. So now teleport to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. And I think I'm going to check my retainers also while I'm here. Jadi mumpung di sini mau sekalian ngecek retainer dulu. A lot of crafter this night. So I need to go over here. Okay, I'm going in. I'm going inside the headquarters. Maybe we didn't get the satisfaction I promised, but sitting here with our heads in our hands won't do us any good. Let's be happy with one less void sand preying on a helpless woodcutter. The only good void sand is a dead void sand, or who will pay for what he did. Glad to see a patient for our mission. Apologies we couldn't make your first outing more memorable. We're on the cusp of ending 2 decades of misery. That's how long ago Orcus came into this world, raging like an animal free from his cage and leaving my family dead in his wake. The grief he's caused since then is immeasurable. No matter where his crossfit take him, his hunger follows and the ram bleeds to sate it. Of course, we aren't the only one hunting him, but he's as clever as he is vicious, and not even the finest tracker have been able to keep on his trail for long. Don't lose heart yet, boss. While you were away, I was making the rounds, and I might have found something that will soon bear fruit. Arnegis is following up on it as we speak. Oh, that's nice. I swear, someday the man is going to kill over my account. Still, there's no one else I would trust to tell me the difference between truth and hysteria. That being said, his work takes time to do right. Use this chance to hone your skills, and if it all goes to plan, next time we speak you'll have golden opportunity to test them. Apologies, Lucretia, but we're still waiting on our niggas to come through. There is not much for you to do around here till then, unless you have a knack for cleaning. Hermin is good at whittling out promising stories and whatnot, but getting to the truth of those stories is a craft as delicate as weaving. I'm sure you've seen firsthand how one bad bit of information can lead to an elaborate plans coming apart at the seams. Boss. Calm down, lad. Breathe. What's gotten into you? It's Arnegis. He's been murdered. Okay, so the person that is actually investigating about a certain void sand called August, like the villain of this plot of this quest, he is killed. Tell me I heard that wrong. I'm afraid not. The breastplate found him half buried in the sands not bells ago, just laying there like some bloody animal carcass. They are bringing him to Erlik's burial chamber as we speak. I want justice as much as you, Herman. I do, but it's times like this we need to look to the boss for guidance. As you can see, look at your emotions are running high. She'll stay here until Herman cools off. Can you let the boss know we are standing by and waiting for her command, like as not she's gone to pay her respect? Well, okay. I need to speak to the boss, I think. Okay, let's go to the burial chamber. Yeah, burial chamber is quite close with the thaumaturge guild. Jadi si Arnegisnya itu tadi dia ceritanya mati dibunuh. Sekarang dia ada di burial chamber. Oh, wow. Sorry, Lucretia, I ain't in the mood for a chit chat. Where's the bloody keeper? Is this a trap or not? My lady, pretty, the dead must be led to rest. The dead are going to have one more among them if you don't shut your trap and listen. The brass blades brought in the body not long ago. Show me to it. Ah, yes, that they did. Where are you, the deceased family? If not, I'm afraid we cannot. Family. Anargus was like a son to me. Like son. Oh, dinner really that would be. He is interred in the enormous coffin. However, I must advise you not to gaze upon the body. Okay, so you cannot see at the body. Mother, if she insists, then so be it. God damn it, Anagus. I told you not to go off and get yourself. Don't look at you, this is not for you. Yeah, I'm still small, you know. I'm sorry for bugging in here and all the bluster. If you can forgive my rudeness, promise me that Anagus gets a send off well and proper. Of course he shall be. However, if you wish to enter him within the city gates, well, such sought after space comes at no small expense. I don't care what it costs, just send your men to Lambert's headquarters to collect what you require. Lucretia, I appreciate you coming to find me, but there is someone else I have to speak with first. I'm heading to Stone's Throw. Come along if you please, but come along in silence. Okay, I'm going to come along in silence. To the Stone's Throw. Where is Stone's Throw? Oh, Stone's Throw is a little bit outside of Ulda. So I need to teleport to the Adventurers Guild. Okay. Teleport ke Adventurers Guild. Okay, going to the Adventurers Guild. Where is Adventurers Guild? There it is. Okay. Oke, sekarang keluar dari kota. I'm going to go out of the city. Okay, there is another assign, but I think I'm going to finish the quest first. This is where Arnagis's dear wife earns her living. Best get this over with. So Drusilla want to meet Arnagis's wife, I guess, to clear everything up. Oh, his wife must be shocked. It is sad indeed. Anagis never forgot the debt he owed you. The debt we both owed you. Even so, his loyalty ran even deeper than that. It is a strange thing to look back on the people we were, a decade younger and a lifetime more foolish. Young lovers, proud patriots, blissfully ignored, returning to Locus Ammonius, the cradle of all people. A triumphant homecoming for the Galleons of the centuries in exile. The once mighty invaders has been laid low and driven back whence they came. And it was a banner day when our Negis was honored with a post he there. The honor and pride quickly faded when we saw the truth of Locus Amonis, who hadn't just defeated our enemies. We had clapped them in irons and condemned them to a life of servitude. Descendant of those who had driven our ancestor north so many generations ago, made to pay for the crimes of their forebear. We were certainly pleased with the poetry of it all. Our Legis, however, could not simply look away from the suffering, let alone take pleasure in it. Confronted with the reality of the place we was called home, his conscience demanded to take action. He began cooperating with the resistance, but the eyes of the Formensarium are all seeing, and before long he was ousted as a sympathizer. It was only by a grace of good fortune that we escaped with our lives. So basically, Arnagis and his wife is a refugee. They are an imperial or a Galamalt, I think. I've often lain awake at night, wondering if he had outlived his usefulness to the resistance, or perhaps it was a petitioning officer that orchestrated our fall. Regardless of the cause, the outcome was the same. We could never return to the Empire. We fled to Elsea by way of Watsat, the only route open to us. Wasn't soon after stepping foot on the docks of Limsa did your luck run out, as I recall, stopped by a yellow jacket and accused of being Imperial spies. But we still managed to make an escape. We ran and ran, terrified that our pursuers may one day catch up to us. That is until we met you. Had you not taken us under your wing when you did, I shudder to imagine our fate. Your gratitude is the last thing I deserve less. If I hadn't sent Anargis off on my damn fool's errand, he would still be alive. It was Orcus that killed him, and no mistake, he died for my vengeance. I cannot tell you how sorry I am. No, you need not apologize. I know he was happy. So long as he was helping you, he was happy. The blame for his death doesn't rest on your shoulder. It rests on the man, the monster that murdered him in cold blood. And I expect you to see he answer for this crime for me and for Anargis. I will, Lass, I will. On this I swear, everything that I have to swear. Yeah. We need to talk, Lucacia, somewhere with fewer prying eyes. Come meet me at the bridge to the north. So basically, I think we need to... what is it? Find the killer. Find the killer, resolve this mystery. I owe you an apology, Lucrezia, for not telling you everything about me and Orcus from the start. I dragged you into a fight against a foe that's cunning, brutal, and utterly merciless. I thought with all of us together we would tip the scales in our favor. But I was wrong, and I only just paid the price for my hubris. That Fritzan we tracked in the Black Shroud was likely one of Orcus' minions, but I was too caught up in my grand scheme to realize it at the time. I should have thought about it while I tried to hide that body. Your common Fritzan wouldn't have to go to pre-kill. But what if Orcus thought it that as a way to throw trackers off its scent, and to dangle bait for me and mine? Orcus has used the same trick in the past, and he knows that we know it too. By dispatching his minions, we draw his attention. Onegis was a warning. Orcus doesn't give his prey a swift death. He toys with them, cuts into them, and saves for the scream. That's how I knew he was responsible. It's like a signature, the way he leaves the bodies when he has had his fill. I only pray Onagis doesn't take that suffering with him to the next life. Marcus will be coming for you or me next. Not right away though. That would be giving up the game. He wants us to keep looking over our shoulder, sleeping with one eye open. He will wear us down without ever lifting a finger. And when he finally strikes, we will be dead on our feet. Play things for him to do with it as he please. That won't do. We need to bring the fight to him. No more waiting around for a lead to come to us. It won't be easy, but can I still count on your help? Thank you, Lucrezia. Yeah, you're welcome. And you've got no qualm risking life and limb to fight for Anagist. To fight for me, then I've got no qualm calling you a member of my family. Curious words that. Oh, who is shit? Who is it? An Imperial, yeah. This must be Orcus, I think. Yeah. It's him, Lucrezia, it's Orcus. Ooh. Okay, the armor is cool. Some persistent rats were nibbling at my tail. I should have known by their stench. It was you and yours, Tusila. Or should I call you... granddaughter? Shut your mouth, you trash damn monster. Monster, is there any way to greet a beloved elder? Children these days. It seems one that wasn't punishment enough for you. A second should suffice for this sad reminder of your being. Lucrezia, we're ending this here and now. Follow my lead. Okay, so we are going to fight Orcus, I think. Or Orcus will flee, I don't know. I thought we might suffer our in a while longer, but if you insist, I shall feast upon your beating heart here and now. Die! Okay, he's fleeing. Or not. Not but Rex left in the desiccated vessels of yours. Too long has the hide been left in the sun. But your family has been replenished with fresh blood, I see. My, what a bunch of soul this one has. Your sight may be dull, but your eye is as sharp as ever. Binding as the sun, pure as the snow, hahaha. Delectable as a ball slaughtered in grease. Okay, it's quite surprising. I had thought to make a quick meal of you, but perhaps just this one strawberry is in order. Such a singular specimen must be given time to fatten to fulfill its succulent potential. It would be a travesty to consume you. Here you achieve your perfection. When your soul is wrapped with fear, swollen with hatred, and fit to burst with despair, I shall return to you, Lucrezia, and I shall George. Until that time, sup well, my growing wrath. Ew. Curse this old bonds, he was right in front of me. I could have ended it in one swing. For a moment, just one moment, I saw it all again. My family slaughtered lying at his feet. My life slipping away, and that was enough. Doubtless you have more than a few questions. I'll answer them, I promise, but now's not the time, trust me. Standing around kicking the sand won't change what's done. Let's return to headquarters and let the wind cool our heads, then we consider our next course of action. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the HQ. Bum 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 Boom, bum, boom. There is some fireworks somewhere, but I cannot find it. Maybe I can see it on another side of the city. Where should I go? Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Okay. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Okay, and now I'm going to the headquarters. Yeah, I'm heading in. Excuse me. It was my own fault. If I hadn't stood there lockjawed, if I wasn't so damn slow, we would be rid of the abomination once and for all. What you saw used to be my grandfather before Orcus took over. He looks green enough to be my own grandchild now. Trick of the void like as not. It is no secret that if a void sand doesn't want to devour you, he probably wants to take your possession of your flesh, but Orcus has a particular talent for it. And as your doubtless surmise, he's got an insatiable craving for ether. Killing is only prelude to the act of gulping down our essence like a draught of ale after a day's of work. He's old, I cannot say exactly how old, and he's acquired a taste for the finer things. Seems your soul counts among the finest he's ever seen. Things just keep getting better for us, don't they? So used to being a price pig, are we? And he wrote, it's clear that safety is no longer something we can take for granted. Not even in a crowded street, not even in the middle of the day. Keep your eyes peeled and watch out for those terrible red eyes. We are sitting chocobos for the moment, but I'll think of something and send you for you as soon as I can. Until then, never sleep far from your side. Glad to see Orcus hasn't sunk his teeth into you yet. Look at you. Don't go thinking he's given up trying though. He's out there surveying you from distance, kind just checking in on his prize just as he cannot resist seeking out morsels to tide him over till his feast. The reports we've received of a man Bell's death skulking about the sand is proof of that. And then there's the matter of this blunted dagger. We don't know who sent it, but we do know that what it means. It is a warning commonly used by the less savory elements in Ulda, a warning that the next will be delivered sharp and straight to our bellies. More fool them, they've no notion of what we face and lift, thinking we would soil our small clothes over empty threads. Let's hope it's nothing more than that last saying, as we need to follow up on those reports sooner than later, and no one fancy a bit of fresh air. If we catch a whiff of Orcus' fall stench, all the better. Lucretia, I want you to ask around near Black Brush Station and I'll head to Stone's Throw. When you're done, meet me there and we'll see what we've dug up. Okay. Okay, I need to go to the Black Brush Station. Okay, there it is. I recognize that self-assured stride, the mark of a man ready to take on the world and then some. You must be the Ocean Reaper the boss sent word about. Yup, maybe. I'm almost disappointed to tell you nothing is amiss. The soldier in me would have loved to see a Reaper in action. I once fought in the Imperial Army, though you would not think it to look at me now. I served only under Lord Valens in my youth, until the day he ordered us to use the common folk as old fodder in some pointless skirmish. I refused and was sentenced to death for my candor. Needless to say, I didn't keep that appointment. Compared to the evil toothless threats and ghosts are no bother, but the less jaded are more excitable. One lass in particular has been jumping at Shadow. She claims to have seen all manner of terrors, but I suspect she would be startled by her own reflection. Still, if you want to lend an ear to her delusions, you can find her in Lost Hope. Blood. Speak with the elegant woman. Okay, I'm going here. I'm going to check party finder. Oh, there is Unreal. Okay, maybe later. Okay, so we are checking with this elegant woman. Hello, who are you? I'm Lucrezia. Oh, did Drusilla receive my message? She has sent someone to rid us of this terrible evening. Evil waiting in the wings. Truly, she cares for us if we really were her flesh and blood, which is more than I can say about my own. Not once have I longed to return to the life of comfort I left behind in Garnmald, and I have Drusilla to thank for that. She is not the reason why I left home in the first place, of course. Had I not met my beloved, I would likely still be feasting on the lemon cakes in ignorance. In ignorance of love, of freedom, I found the former in Galamalt and the later in Eosia, as our new life blossomed into something beautiful. Not every day has been easy, not even most days, but Drusilla's watchful eye has kept us safe. Such a terrible fear gripped my heart when my beloved told me of the pale man he spied on the sands. But now that the family has come to help, I can breathe a sigh of relief. I'm sure you wish to know precisely where to find that horrid creature, but I cannot help half so well as my beloved might. Seek him in the southeast and pray I put an end to this nightmare. Through the far mist the hunter doubt no threat, tracking the scent of quarry others tread. In darkest night cry for a keeper, lo by your side he walks the reaper. Apologies for the effusive display, my friend. I'm a poet, you see, and cannot resist putting into words a flood of emotion that accompanies such a striking figure as yours. Okay, I think there is some white sand coming. Oh, what is that? A monster. Bloods up white sand. Look like a duck. Okay, let's fight. Thank you, my savior, my godson. Would that I could have aided you, but alas, a poet's pen is of little use in a battle, unless of course the battle involves not sword and sight, but words. Just as the sire of my beloved, who is even now licking the wounds dealt by effective verse I composed after he had the gall to forbid our union. Masterwork of scathing metaphor and subtle demonstration. Alas, for all this pretension, nobles are anything but subtle in their rage. We were forced to flee, to abandon our homes with only our love for sustenance. Nevertheless, I've regretted not a single moment of our life in exile. In Eosia, we found an unexpected treasure, freedom of mind and freedom of heart. But I digress. Surely you did not seek me out simply to save my life and live with a nod and smile. Did you wish to commission a poem? I don't want to commission a poem. Do you see a pale man? Pale man, I encountered him whilst wandering this arid waste in search of inspiration. I felt the gaze of some terrible presence upon my back, and when I turned to meet it, he was standing there grinning like a butcher in bullpen. He wore robes much too thick for the scorched sands, and his skin looked as if it had never been kissed by the blazing sun. Worst of all, his eyes were as two bottomless pools of blood. I feared my end had come, but then he vanished as quickly as he had appeared. Perhaps I've been reckless. Recent incidents make it clear that the cost of inspiration is higher than I'm willing to pay. I shall return to my beloved, for both my safety and hers. Thank you again, my savior. Okay, I think I'm going to report this to Drusilla. There you are, and another one of his cursed minions. Well, I suppose we can take comfort in the fact that none of the family come to harm, yourself included. Well done. Speaking of which, what do you think of this family you have been thrust into? Speak freely. I haven't lived this long by taking offense at opinions I don't want to hear. But as some enlightened types might tell you otherwise, people like to have say in the life they lead. That's what separates us from those bugs over there. So basically, this Drusilla is taking government refugee. Born queens, workers, and drones spread into roles ingrained so deeply they will not know how to live otherwise for the glory and prosperity of the hive. But we've got in us to be different, might be born into farming, soldiering, or politicking, but we can choose to walk a different path whenever the fancy shields strike. Tempting in our nature to accept our lot without question. No, we have to believe in something, put our faith in it. Only then will we deign to march in step. And indeed, faith of a savage stripe is one way to get us dancing to the same tune. Others might be compelled to faith in logic or law, intangible, invisible, yet cause enough for killing and conquering if it suits the queen. The invader have sullied our birthright for 8 centuries no longer. We march for Locus Amunius. With a few righteous words, his radiant Solus Sol Galvus whipped the hive into a frenzy. Once that fire is burning, the patience of the masses cannot soon be quelled. What was once a wish for a home became a holy mission to spread enlightenment. Enlightenment which would not suffer such belief as the beastmen held. Countless score rendered up their lives on the altar of empire, until an entire continent was united under a single Magitek fist. For those who still dreamed, the dream of unity, a deed worthy of a song, yet some awoke to see for the tyranny it was, my grandfather rulers included. The duty of the reapers, our role in the hive, if you will, was to deliver our countrymen from corrupt and power-hungry tyrants. When Garlemald found religion in the conquest, its appetite grew to be insatiable. Okay. My grandfather pondered this conundrum for so many sleepless nights and came to the decision he would relive Solgalfus of his life. Okay, so basically, her grandfather want to kill the king. 20 years ago, he slipped into the deepest chambers of the imperial palace, silent as a shadow, until he could hear the emperor's beating heart. Yet when Rose returned to me, Solus was alive and well. My grandfather, on the other hand, had a skittishness to his step, and his black hair had turned a pale white. What happened? He said not of his encounter with the emperor, save the most powerful man in Galmot was no man at all. Shame in his defeat, my grandfather sought greater power. Bit by bit, he gave more of himself over to the void sand behind his avatar. Orcus struck when Rulus was weakest, taking his flesh and soul in one fell swoop. When he was finished, not a mote of my grandfather remained in that body. There was only Orcus. So basically what happened is Drusia's grandfather want to kill the emperor, but he was not strong enough. And then he sacrificed his life slowly to the Reaper to become a lot much more stronger. But by doing that, Drusilla's grandfather become a lot much more weaker by the time. And when the grandfather is at his weakest, the Reaper strike, taking his flesh and soul. And so that Reaper got a body. The fiend flew into rapturous frenzy, and my family were his first victim. I remember the chill of his teeth sinking into my flesh, gnawing until they reached my very ancestors. How am I standing here before you then? Oh, Orcus gorged on the soul that night, but it wasn't mine, not exactly. It was my avatar that filled his belly. Seems that was all he could stomach. So basically, I think these two still don't have any avatar, if I'm not wrong. Some might consider that a lucky twist of fate, but I had little time to ponder my fortune. Fled soon as I was able. His guidance never looked kindly on those trying to end his life or their families. I wandered about for years until I settled here and started seeking out others like me, others who had awoken from the Empire's dream. Lemures is what we call the spirit of the dead in the Gaulian tongue, a fitting moniker if there ever was one. Waking up from a long sleep ain't unlike climbing out of a grave. I can attest to that. Son of a bleeding, remind me not to give such long-winded speech when the sun is blowing in my face. I'm heading back to Samael. See you at the HQ. Yeah, now I know some law regarding the Reaper. Okay, back to the HQ. Can just fly to the city because the city is quite close with my current position. Okay, go back to the HQ. Welcome back, boss. How was the family? Shaken but unharmed aside from some tousled hair and mangled furs, Orcus left one of his minions behind as a gift, but looked at Shaman with a quick walk of it. I always said he was a keeper you have an eye of for the feast of heart. I wager he could slay orcus all on his own, not that we would let him take all of the glory. Curse be wooden. We'll all be there when Orcus tries to take his prize. I don't think we'll be waiting long either. Orcus said he would strike when Lucretia was ripe with fear and hatred and despair, seasoning his load to forego. I have an inkling how he might try to draw out those emotions and finish off a half-eaten meal besides. Picquista ne. Ah. Oh, that's it, Lucretia, the fire. I want to see it burn. I want to see it rage. I want to see the hatred seep into the depth of your soul. Shall I make this Drusilla's final breath or this one? It is so very hard to choose. I was right not to give in to my baser instinct, to allow the thought of your taste to simmer in my mind as you and Drusilla's form a bond, a kinship even. Born from an understanding of her inconsequential ideals, that you may better appreciate the bitter loss. But perhaps I should wait a while longer to let the flavor of your hatred mature and the tang of your malice ripen. I can make use of Drusilla yet, revel in her scream, exalt in her misery. How splendid it will be. After a while, my prize piglet growing fat with loathing and succulent with terror. Patience rewards the dutiful gourmand after all. When your tantalizing flavor has truly matured, I shall return and I shall wrap my harvest. Oh. So Drusilla is being kidnapped now. Aye, that's the spirit. Right, we need a plan. First thing first, find out where Orcus is hiding. The rest of the family should be able to help with that. In the meantime, you need to prepare. I know you're good, Lucretia, but we cannot leave the boss's life to chance. Sharpen your skills and your sight, then sharpen them once more. The boss can do naught against Orcus without her avatar. That means you will have to do the heavy lifting. Of course, I will do what I can to afford you an advantage. You can count on that for Drusilla. Okay. So last quest of the line. And I got a new skill. And shout. And shot coach. Okay. Where I get my hands on him, Lucretia, we found out where the box is being held, but I'm warning you that how it's not pretty. An envelope arrived at the headquarters this morning. I opened it, and inside was inside was a letter red in the blood. There is no doubting whose it was. Orcus is reveling in his own cruelty. The letter said he is waiting for us at the dust vigil. Gods know what he is doing to her now. I've called on every able-bodied member of the family for this one. We are heading out as soon as everyone's assembled. Okay. Oh, we are here, Hammond, and more are waiting outside. We are ready to repay the debt we owe Drusilla with our lives if we must. I hope you'll not die. With such courageous hearts hardened still, for leader's sake, for family's ideal, into the demon slayer they soon shall tread, to end his terror foul, his sign of dread. The boss would beam with pride to see this group of cold-blooded killers. Alright, Lucretia, we're ready when you say the word. Okay, let's go, let's go. Drusilla wouldn't want you throwing your lives away. I know he's right, goddammit. Does not mean it doesn't shave. The boss wouldn't trust just any man with the Reaper's art, and Lucretia has proven himself worthy time and time again. If you are going alone, take that with you. For the boss. Okay, I'm going to bring the boss's Reaper, boss side. Maybe it's going to be useful. Now go and make Orcus through the day he crossed into this world. Yep. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Wait at the designated location at a near the Bane Bowl. Okay, this one is quite far. There is a person. Ada orang di atas sini. Apakah dia nggak takut jatuh ya? Oke, mari kita jalan ke dekat Das Vigil. Ini orang nggak suka siapa, coba bisa ngeliat. Surface of the cliff with concern. I cannot pierce anything. By the way, this mount is one of my what I want to get this mount ever since I saw this mount for the first time when I'm still early playing this game. I think this mount is so cool. Like this mount is red and then it has some kind of axe, and I'm a low level, so basically I'm pretty short, but if I ride this mount I can get a lot taller. Like I am as tall as the elephant right here. See? Okay, so we arrived at our destination, and I'm going short again because I'm getting out of the mount. Okay, let's see. I think this is the final fight of this Reaper quest chain. It's quite interesting, I think, the quest. There you are, Lucacia, my poise repass. Come forward. Wow. I can smell it. Your fear, your hatred, your tender marble soul, my masterpiece, ripe for the slaughter. I'll savor every bite, strip the flesh from your bones, crack them open to suck. Oh my god. How I hungered, how I thirsted and raptured by the thought of your sweet essence sucking down my throat. And this enemy making me surprised. Picusta. Never have suffered so in waiting, but in beholding your magnificence, I see it was worth every agonizing pang. I do not expect you to leap into my maw willingly, nor do I desire it. I want you to ride and struggle until your dying breath. A 1 versus 1 battle against Ocus. Wow. Okay, the boss sending up some reinforcement. Another reinforcement. Oh my god. Okay, we didn't kill him this time. Very good, Defiance becomes you. Though it begins to bore me. Whoa. Noise Raider, this past time you bared your belly from my blade. Pray soul's purpose to is to satisfy. Whoa. Throw the sight. My word, your aim is terrible. I'm not aiming for you. Wah, so cool eh. So cool. How? There should be nothing left of you. Should have learned to chew your foot more thoroughly. Fools, the both of you, I won't die so easily. Now our feast begins. Okay, so it is 2 against 1. I think we won't lose. Tell you what, makes all the more delicious when it is tenderized. Oh. Okay, come on, beat it. Okay. We beat it. We beat him. Okay, Reaper feels so what? So dynamic. So No. I think Reaper have pretty good mobility, I think. And snow. The honor is yours, Tuzila. Thank you, Lucretia. Dripping with fear, boiled in hatred, I can still smell that exquisite aroma. Just a taste. Just a taste. Oh, so the hat. Kayaknya kepalanya lepas. Oh. It's done. Let's get back to headquarters. Yeah, I think this is for good. At least the bad guy is killed. He is not a human. He is just a void sand with human flesh. So basically, void sand inside a human flesh. So don't feel bad. No need to feel bad because you killed him. Okay. Okay. No need to feel bad. Okay, we are back in the headquarters again right now. Welcome home, boss. Boss, Lucretia. Sorry for causing you all no end of worry. In tracking me down, you risked life and limb, and for that I thank you. All of you. We didn't risk anything, we just sat here praying until you and Lucretia walked through that door. Don't be so hard on yourself, lass. I know each and every one of you would have joined him if we hadn't talked some sense into you. We owe you our life, boss. We owed it to you to return the favor. You've more than I deserve. Who forced them? They hold Tia into personal vendetta. Who leads the family to their death? Onagis was no fool. He knew and accepted the risk. He placed his faith in you because he believed August had to be stopped, and he was right. There will be no more victims to mourn. He helped you to achieve that victory. It would be enough for him, and it will be enough for me. You're right. This ain't the time for sulking. Onagis would be the first to tell me that. Now's the time to honor his sacrifice to those we have lost and those still by our sides. And to thank the brave souls that led us here. That means you, Lucretia, much as I would like to take credit for Orcus' demise. It was a long, bloody road, but this marks the end of your first assignment as a Reaper. And what an assignment it was! You might not be a Gaulian, but you tackled your tasks with a singular resolve that would impress the most hardened soldier. I'm proud to call you family. We may have found it glamorous to provide a home for wayward Gaulians, but we are not so different. Gaulians and Eorzean know great revelation that but moments like these to help out to pull it all into perspective. This family was a dream that gave us the strength to survive in a strange land. But the beautiful things about dreams, if you ask me, is that they can change, they can get better. So I say that from this day forward, the Lemures will be united not by origin, but by purpose. Brothers and sisters bound by shared conviction. I don't think anyone will object to that, boss. The Lemures are ready to welcome people of all stripes. Starting with you, Katya, though it was all but official already, yeah? Aye, here's to the birth of a new family, brother. I'm joining the Lemures gang. What a day it has been, eh? I hope it will be a while yet before I have occasion to yammer on it much again. Too much talking is liable to put me in a sentimental mood, or worse, make me dewy-eyed. So let's leave it at that, eh? If ever get weary from the weight of the world on your shoulder, know that our doors will always be open. And if you need an ear to bend, a shoulder to whip on, or a stiff bottle to jump inside, I'll be right here, brother. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for the repair quest. So yeah, so basically the summary of the repair quest is there is a murderer that start murdering people, and that murderer is somehow a reaper. His name is Orcus. And then we as the Reaper Guild, we need to solve this mystery. We need to solve who is the one behind the killing. So we track him, and then finally the Orcus showed himself, but then he tell us that he is actually Drusilla's grandfather. The body is Drusilla's grandfather, but it is the Void Sand, or the grandfather's avatar, that is controlling the body actually. And then after that the Reaper kidnapped Drusilla, and then we need to save him. So at last we fight the enemy together with Drusilla, kill him, and we solve the mystery, and that's all. Okay, I think that's all for today. That's all for the stream. Yeah, if you somehow watch this video in the future, thank you for watching, and I'm going to stream again in a later date. See ya, guys. Bye bye.